Hey guys, I don't know what you're doing right now, but make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into this video.
One of your former teammates, Tyreek Hill, is being released from the fans.
Yeah.
And what's your take on that, bro?
I mean, I think honestly it's, more of a financial decision, than it is anything else. And I know obviously he, has a lot of different things going on. It's well documented, public info, just his life and sort of some of the mistakes he's made the last few years. But as far as Tyreek, the football player, I was always impressed with him, man. Like he was one of those dudes, he's supremely gifted, he's talented, but he never really relied on that. Like he works harder than everybody. I'm talking about 2-3 workouts a day. You know what I mean? Like and
real cheap.
So that's really my experience with him. I always thought he was a great teammate. He lead in his own way. I think everybody leads in their own way. He wasn't my type of leader, but he led in his own way. You know what I mean? He was able to influence a lot of kids. Obviously, man, his talent and accolades and accomplishments, second to none. Right. Especially that size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Being able to play in the NFL, 10 plus years, 5'8", 180 pounds, like that's hard to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so obviously this injury he had was really a freak injury because, like I said, he puts in a lot of work as far as weight training and conditioning, and I was his teammate for 3 years, and I've watched him play through countless injuries and collarbones and hamstrings, and he was always a team guy, right? And I think wide receivers, some of them get a bad rap because of the position and the great players that came before him, right? Like the Randy Mosses and the Terrell Owens, but I think all those guys got a little diva to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you have to have a little bit.
I don't knock him for that. Right. Especially when you're making that type of money. Yeah. I mean, you are important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very important.
Yeah, man, I think he'll be all right. Obviously, man, I busted my knee up twice. Thank God I wasn't 30 plus, but I was 21, 22 years old. Yeah. So I was, able to recover a lot quicker than I would have if I was, 30 plus. You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
And like I said, man, his work ethic, I'm not counting him out. I'm not counting him out coming back being, just as dominant, as he was before. Obviously, I think the next best thing for him to do is to find a quarterback and an offensive coordinator that likes him, that appreciates his talents, his gifts. I'm sure a lot of people are going to talk about KC.
Yeah,
right? What do you think about that?
Man, I'm sure people are going to bring up KC. That's like home away from home, no matter where he go. He became a superstar there, he became a Pro Bowler there, he started his career, there, he became a man there, literally grew up there.
So essentially me and him left the Chiefs at the same time. Right? And I think when we left the Chiefs, people didn't feel the loss of Tyrann Mathieu and Tyreek Hill because they went to Super Bowl the same year.
Right.
I remember looking woke up one morning, I'm like, these motherfuckers in the championship. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so, but even all that success they had, you could still sort of feel that, man, if they had Tyrann and Tyreek, right, they'd be just a little bit better,
Right.
So I know a lot of people gonna throw his name in the hat as far as returning and linking back up, with Mahomes, which I don't count that out. I think given the it's hard to get in trouble in Kansas City. Kansas City is not Miami.
Yeah, it's not a party city.
And so maybe that's something he needs, right? To kind of get back to the Midwest and to play for a coach that. And an organization that believe you, they you got everything in place for you to sort of succeed. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad look at all.
They need receivers anyway. So
he
could have twisted his head back around. If I'm the GM,
right?
I'm going to get him.
And I think too, given the guys that they have on the roster now, he may be
a big complimentary part to those.
Great, you know what I'm saying? He might be the person to sort of lift those guys play, right? Because we talked about Xavier Word and a lot of these other kids that they just haven't figured it out yet.
Right. Get around a veteran like that?
Right. And one of the things that, like I said, impressed me the most with Tyreek was he was just like me. Like, he a football player. He don't miss practice, right? Like, he gonna take all his reps. He don't miss no games. And I think given what the Chiefs have sort of experienced the last 3 years at the wide receiver position, he may be the next best teacher for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got a dude that's just as fast as them, but then they get to see how he works throughout the week, right? How he take care of his body. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because those guys' availability, you know, we question it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it actually might be, you know, a good look. He's coming off the injury too. So, you know, part of the reason why they let me and him go was financials, right? They couldn't pay us, but he coming off a broken leg. He just got cut. You don't need to pay him $30 million,
right?
You know what I mean? And he's made probably $100+ million, right? So yeah, I think they could sort of probably get him. He's not gonna go out there for peanuts.
No, he's not going out there for peanuts.
But,
now, don't forget.
You know, I think if you could give him about 10, 11 million, I think he'll show up and play. But he's not going out there for no $2 million.
If I'm mistaken, Tyreek Hill was on that same all-decade team with you.
He was. He was.
He's not going out there for peanuts.
No, not at all, man. But yeah, I'm wishing him the best, man. Like I said, man, we all go through things, you know, in life, and some of this shit is just challenging. You know what I mean? And so you know, just wishing him the best, man, as far as mental and, you know.
Man, nothing wrong with a fresh start, especially when when you're a receiver and you know you demand the ball and you know you're as good as you think you are.
Yeah.
And you and the quarterback is not on the same page for a year or 2 or 3 or whatever the case may be. It's just time for a fresh start. You know, I don't think nothing is ever wrong with that, especially with wide receivers.
Yeah.
You know.
So where would you want him to sign?
I mean, I would like to see him back in KC because of the pieces that they have and the camaraderie he already have with the coaches and the quarterback. I would like to see it, but I mean, I could see him in Buffalo or somebody, giving somebody like Josh Allen a lift, you know, and Keon Coleman over there, a young guy who obviously needs a veteran receiver, you know, to show him the ropes and just how to be a professional, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Ravens too.
Yeah,
right. Like that target, man. You know, with Zay Flowers and Lamar Jackson and Tyreek Hill, and you know, I got paid to study those guys and you know, defend them, and like you can't account for that type of speed. You know, I always tell my coaches that it's like, yo, like I'm gonna step back 3-4 yards. Because I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like when we watching tape, we saying, oh no, and I'm telling you, when them lights come on and it's real life, he's moving way faster than that. So I'm gonna back up 5 yards every time. Now, if you want to argue with this, go find somebody else to argue with.
Right? Because I'm
telling you what I'm gonna do. You know, so yeah, man, some of those dudes, they just, you know, you got to give them that respect, bro.
You have to, bro. So. Give us a couple of funny memories of Tyreek, bro. I'm pretty sure you got some practice stories. I know you've seen him do some stuff, bro, in practice.
I mean, me and him, you know, we competed so much, man, and you know, especially one-on-ones, and you know, we just always brought the best out of each other. You know, man, I remember one game in particular. It was a close game too, and you know how those division games are, especially with the Broncos.
Come on, man.
And
3-point game.
And I mean, you know, Mahomes dropped back. He threw the balls 80 yards in the air. You know, and we thought he came down with the ball, right? He got up and told the ref that he didn't catch it. So now Coach Reed on the sideline, he kind of hesitant to throw the flag.
Right.
Because Tyreek thought he dropped the ball. The whole time the fucking ball was in his hands. And I'm saying to myself, bro, we could have lost that fucking game. Like, you know what I mean? And I just remember Coach Reed just being like pissed.
Right.
You know, about that shit. But yeah, bro, like he really thought he didn't catch the ball. And I'm like, bro, the ball is in your lap.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I mean, I've seen him play through injuries and all that sort of stuff. He was one of those dudes that, you know, he loved to gamble, but he always wanted to race. And I'm like, bro, who the fuck is gonna race you?
Right.
There ain't a dude in his locker room that wants to race you. Right. So, you know, he start putting his money on young dudes like, you know, McCole Hardmans and Byron Pringles. So, but I made a lot of money off him. I say all that to say I used to hit his ass every time. But, you know, because I had some speed too. I had LeJarius Sneed. I had some motherfuckers in my room that could run too. So, Nah, that was always cool, bro. Yeah, I remember him rage quitting though.
I was about to ask you that, bro. That Madden game right there a while back, man. That was viral.
Yeah,
that was viral.
Trying to kick his ass, you know. Yeah, bro, and that's something you do, right? Like with your teammates, especially when you're in camp or you know you traveling on these road trips. You know, the worst thing to do is sort of go outside and you know not live like you got a game tomorrow. So one of the things we used to do was you know just pick somebody's room to kind of go hang out at, and you know for the most part, man, that kept us out of trouble, but it kept us in the mindset of man, like we're on a business trip. You know what I mean? And this shit is serious. So, but yeah, man, you know, I used to always shake my head at him too, man, because, you know, I got a few baby mamas.
Yes.
And I just couldn't imagine his pain having that many baby mamas.
Bro, I say, you know, I don't think no man is able to withstand that. That's pressure. Oh,
that's pressure.
Goodness.
That's the type of shit you tell your kids about, son, don't avoid that.
I'm going to tell you how much pressure it is. I guarantee he ain't done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He ain't done.
I mean, it's hard to be done, bro.
Listen,
you making $30 million.
Man, listen, both his legs could have went the other way. You would have found a way to get him back and go get that money.
$30 million a year. This world is yours, son.
Yeah,
you hear me? Yeah, bro. You know. So,
what would you think would be harder for somebody to have like multiple baby mamas? Is it like Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or birthdays or Christmas?
Man, all that shit sound like a setup. I mean, because, bro, you know, you do for one, the other one won't.
Right, because I'm
if you buy one a truck, the other 8 want a truck. If one of them start a business, the other 8 want to go in business. Don't know shit about business.
Right, but yeah,
but
gotta have
a business. You know, yeah, I think all that shit is set up, you know. But if I had to guess, probably be Mother's Day. Because, you know, not everybody... Yeah. You know, I'm just going off the percentages, right? Like, you got that many baby mamas, one of them hates you.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so yeah, I'd probably say Mother's Day, man, is probably the hardest part.
I know it's probably
that's when you realize too.
I mean,
where you fucked up.
Yes, indeed. God. Oh my goodness! I mean, I'm one and done, son. I just can't imagine. Cause
hey, bro, you
can argue with one woman. You argue with multiple.
Hey, man, listen, bro, it's crazy.
Suicide rate went up. That is. I'm sure. Like,
that is a lot of pressure, bro.
But you know
obviously, we say that jokingly with a lot of respect too. You know,
I was working with this old guy, and he told me this is what he used to do. He said he had 2 different families. And he said he used to keep his cell phone pocket in the jacket in the closet, while the other one couldn't reach him.
Right.
And he would swap like that. So whenever he had one house, he don't got to worry about the other one calling. And he said they knew. And he said that's how he operated.
They knew?
They knew. But you know what I think about? I'm talking about somebody that's like 60, 70. You know, I'm talking way back. You know, they was pimping. You know, real pimping. Now, you can't even pimp if you make too much. You make too much money to be a pimp.
Yeah, bro. I don't. Man, I'm maxed out with just my one family. I couldn't imagine 2 families.
Man, yeah, it happens though.
Boy, what? Boy, I would lay my head on that pillow every night and just shake my head at the ceiling like, son. Look what you did.
It's pretty.
Not a good job.
Cause ain't nobody gonna get you through that.
Not a good job, bro.